the question is, a day in the life of myself. Well, it depends if I'm out here or if I'm on the road in general or if I'm at home. If I'm at home, Paul, this is what happens, okay? I get up and get out of bed. I drink a cup. Actually, what happens is the cats. I have 2 Bengal cats, okay? If you're not familiar with Bengal cats, look up online. They look like little leopards, okay? I've got 2 Bengal cats. I've always been fiercely allergic to all animal kind. But somehow, in recent years, I've figured out that for some reason I'm not that allergic to a certain species of cat, Bengal cats. They're a mix between an Asian tree leopard and a tabby cat. And anyway, these cats about 4:30 in the morning begin their delicious inquiry about nourishment. Meow, meow. We try to keep them at bay as long as possible. But then my wife and I have a brief yet somewhat slumbered/heated conversation of who's going to feed the cats. And when I'm home off the road, if I'm not coming in from some flight from God knows where the night before, I will rise. And I will go downstairs and I will feed Bilbo Cat and Luna Girl, as I call them. And after I feed them their delicious wet foods, I usually will go in the other room and grab a guitar and begin to caress it and start playing sweet, majestic musical activity, as I like to see it. And put some coffee on. Although if it's too early, I probably go back to bed. But usually I would get up, it's about 5 o'clock. I get up, feed the cats, put the coffee on, and I start practicing. And what do? I just start playing. Sometimes I might come up with a new tune. I might mess around with a different tuning. I might mess with a certain technique that I'm working on. But a lot of times I just like to start improvising. I'll sit there. Kind of bluesy thing, just kind of mess around a little bit. There might be something I'm working on, a little song or whatever the case may be, and I'll do that until my lovely wife arises. And then we will have spirited conversations about activities. Then the kids get up. Usually Isla gets up. She takes a shower right away. She's in high school. And then the man cub gets up. And then we sit down and watch the a little bit of the morning news, morning propaganda, as I like to call it. And then everyone splits up. My wife goes to work, kids go to school. If it's cold outside, I'll drive the man cub to school, and then I'll go to the mall and I'll walk at the mall. I'm a mall walker when it's inclement outside. Inclement. But if it's nice outside, usually after one leaves, I'll go on a walk, and I'll walk for about 4 miles. And I usually stop and get a savory 4-shot Americano on my way home. Usually at either Valentine coffee or anodyne, depending on which route I take on my spirited stroll. And after that, I begin my day's activities, which may range from dealing with clerical activities, getting in a couple of Skype lessons, buckets of gigs, do whatever I got to do. Or usually when I'm off the road, there's a long list of the honey-do list. Paul, you know what I'm talking about, the honey-do list? When your wife gives you a list and says, we need to get this stuff done. And you do it. Why? Because you want to make sure you maintain a happy household. Now on the road, what I do out here is I wake up at the crack of dawn and I go for a stroll. And I only get about 3 miles in the mornings here. And then Steve picks me up and we go and we eat a savory breakfast. And then we come and we begin our activities. And we go till, we take a little leisurely lunch at some point, and then we go until the end of the evening. And then Steve and I go out to feast. Or I'll go down to the Little Horse after we get done and get some used records or some knickknackery or some books. And then what I'll do is I'll stroll again. I'll stroll again, Paul, in the evening. I'll stroll again another 3 miles, and then I'll stop at the grocery store and get my parcel of fruit that I will consume. Because on Weight Watchers, ladies and gentlemen, you can have as much fruit as you want. Okay, now even though I don't enter anything in on my Weight Watchers app anymore because I've come to an understanding of what I'm intaking. Can you dig it? I do like to go and get my delicious fruit options. So you have it. That's a day in life. Kind of boring. When I'm on the road with the band, I always try to get my stroll in the morning. Always try to get my stroll in. I enjoy walking. Running is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? Running hurts your knees. I'm a big fella.
I agree. It's bad for your knees.
It's bad for your knees. And plus, with running, you go out. Okay? Follow me, Paul. You go out. Some days you're feeling like a champion. You're running. You get 3 miles in about a half hour. Let the good times roll. You're done. You're like, oh my God, so satisfying. And the next day, that same run, like 5 minutes in, you're like, if I have to do 1 more minute of this, I'm going to vomit. I hate it. So, but with walking, I always enjoy walking. And I stroll at a pretty good pace. And it's good for you. So my message to you, ladies and gentlemen, walk on. Can you dig it? I hope that helps. That's my daily activity. I practice. I read. I really, people talk about hobbies. I really don't have. I read. I hang out with my kids. I hang out with my wife. I do what she tells me to do, like any rational human being. That sounds weird. I don't mean to be derogatory, but truth be told, I'd rather just lay on the couch and play guitar all day long. I could get up and start playing guitar, and I would literally play guitar all day long and live in squalor. So if it wasn't for the vision of my lovely spouse, that's what would be happening day in and day out. I'd be covered with, well, it used to be it'd be chicken bones around me, but now it'd be probably, apple rinds. And then I'd just be playing guitar. So she saved me from that squalor situation. All right, I hope that helps. See you. Bye.